of the cargo trailer build. Sorry the bike's in the way, I just got new tires put on. Okay, so what we've accomplished recently, we have added 14 new exterior lights. We got these little guys here, one there and one just behind the door there. That's going to be for turn signals along the side in case someone's kind of riding next to us and can't see the truck. We have 3 along the side on the top as clearance lights. These were bought as like a 10-pack of LEDs. So 3 along the top, 2 for turn signals on each side. And then we added, let's get you looking. So turn signal, and then 3 more lights up top for clearance lights. They just stay on when the vehicle's running. We added these guys here, little LEDs with switches, which we will be making it so the switches are disabled from the outside while we're in motion. Okay, so that's got that. We do have on the rear, we actually bought some new turn signals that look just like this, but they're dedicated ambers. They'll be on there soon. Up top, you see we added 2 black LED porch lights. So that's 4 all the way around, all together LED porch lights. And so you can get a kind of better look at those there, okay? And inside, we've got them all wired up top for the 12 volt DC, front and back. Haven't started our 110 stuff yet. But this is a good stage for you to look and see what we've got going on, so you can see the different layers of insulation we have. You got the Pink Panther foam board in between the ribs on the sides, taped with aluminum tape for the seals. We've added all of these 1x4 skeleton boards. That's going to help us have something to nail the siding to. We did the same on the roof. And you can see we added these also for the ceiling fans, so we've got something to put our beauty ring around for the ceiling fans. There are now 3 fans. We don't have the holes cut out, but we've got, you can kind of see the one we just installed last weekend over where it's going to be the shower. There's actually one straight up ahead underneath that panel that we haven't cut out for yet. But you can see we did the spray foam against the ceiling, which actually helped make the ceiling a little tougher and automatically helped with the heat coming off that bare metal. And then simple reflective, one-side reflective foam board, which is just held up with a couple pieces of tape and a staple. Real easy. Okay, the wires are run all along the top seam, which is where they were run from the factory, so we just continued that same idea. In between each one of these boards, I've probably mentioned this before, but this comes in a very long roll, and all that is just a separation between the metal and the wood to hopefully cut down on the metal sweating into the wood, so the wood should last a little longer. I'm aware that the screws will still probably get some of that condensation going through them, but there's not much I'm going to do about that, and hopefully it'll be real small amounts. I know it looks like a mess right now, but it's coming along. And you can see here where we've got, this is actually a moisture resistant under carpet foam. And you can see we've got it going all the way around the side. And we're going to do the whole ceiling. So that's spray foam insulation, foam board insulation, and carpet, which actually adds to the sound deadening effect. And it's going to be an unbroken, pretty much all the way front to back. And then here is more or less our board. So you can see that's going to be our ceiling, and it's going to be probably stained and then treated with like a poly to protect it. Or you could paint it or whatever you like to do, but that's where we're at. Still haven't installed that window. Still haven't installed the window in the bathroom. We do have the holes cut in the floor, and some of the plumbing is already up underneath. All 3 tanks are up under, the black and 2 like a gray and a white. The white water tank is actually just behind the axles because we're trying to balance out the weight of our camper as best we can. So it's coming along pretty well. Now that things are starting to add actual wood in here, and it's starting to move along pretty fast. So that's where we're at now. We're gonna keep going with some of this insulation inside the ceiling, and I'll get back to you on the next video. So if you were going to use this undercarpet layment with moisture barrier like we're using it, it is easy to put up on the walls. It is a little bit more difficult to put it up on the ceiling. What we decided to do, this is simple cardboard torn into small little bits with a couple layers of duct tape on it. Yeah, the thinner the duct tape, the more you should use. And then you simply put it up against in certain spots along your ribs. You'll have to chalk line your ribs so you know where they are. And then you just staple it a couple of times, and that will hold this. If you cut this into, how long of strips are these, Pop?
They're 4 feet wide.
Okay, 4 feet wide, and then you do the whole length of the roll, which
6 foot long.
Yeah, the roll itself is 6 feet long. So you cut it into strips about 4 feet wide. And you make a bunch of these little dudes. Actually, plastic would be good. So if you wanted to use like plastic bottles cut into small sections with a single layer of duct tape, that would probably work better. But that's how you're going to have to do it. And then you see our prop pole. We basically fold the carpet halfway over on a long, really any kind of pole. And then we just wedge up. So you don't have to hold this over your arms, which gets really exhausting. So that's just a pro tip. If you wanted to do this method, you don't have to. Guys, here it is. We now have our ceiling put up in our cargo trailer. It's a good weekend's work.